the treasurer and the health and safety rep is, or anybody else for that matter, is the branch secretary's report. Tom is going to take you. He's going to take you through it. I believe that there's a written report where he's going to talk you through the report. So consequently, I'm to address you.
Yeah, I didn't give the report out this year because I haven't had time to write a speech, so I thought I would read you the report and give it to you. It's cheating a little bit. There you go. So, highlights and lowlights of the year, in no particular order. You can decide which is which. The abolition of the performance management system, guided distribution. The employee deal. Stress reduction measures in CMG. Survey and workshops following that. JEG's exercise and subsequent regrading of the CCIS staff and their relocation to Timeview Park. Reinstatement of Lee Rock after a tribunal held he was wrongfully dismissed by DWP. And introduction of Level 5 leadership qualification at Long Benton. So there's a theory that states that if ever anyone discovers exactly what the performance management system is for and why it is here, it will instantly disappear and be replaced by something even more bizarre and inexplicable. That's misquoted from Douglas Adams. And I think that I've seen this happen at least twice in my career in the civil service. They have a great new idea. Let's get rid of the performance management system. It doesn't work. Let's replace it with another one. And every time they replace it with something worse. Our reps spend more time dealing with personal cases to do with box markings than anything else. And I can tell you that for a fact. What a waste of time and taxpayers' money. And when you complain about it, they say, that's what you're there for. So DWP gives us the time off work to help members with personal cases which are caused by a rubbish system. DWP introduced new contracts for all staff from HEO to AA, which include the provision to work late nights until 8 PM and Saturdays. This bitter pill was sugar-coated with the offer of a pay award, which would prove very divisive to our staff. Some would be considerably better off, and others would find themselves losers. There's a high proportion of CMG work in Long Benton, and many of those CMG staff were already on a late contract, so they were winners. Well, you can imagine that the people who are losers are sitting there saying, well, why should I sign up to this deal when it's not benefiting me? And all the people who it is benefiting, the people who are already doing the 8 o'clocks and they're getting a big pay rise out of it, obviously it's causing major division. PCS recommended that we accept the offer, and this branch voted to recommend the same. The speech that the Group President, Fran Heathcote, gave is available on our website. We left it there. It wasn't made quite some time ago before you actually voted on the deal, but it's still there. If you want to look at it, feel free to have a look. And the speeches from the guest speaker today will also be on our website. Excuse me a moment while I get on to the next thing. If you've got any questions or issues regarding the employee deal, please contact Kevin. In the first instance, he is our branch champion. And if he can't answer your questions himself, he will find someone who can. CMG Regional TUS and CMG Northeast Area Senior Leadership have collaborated over conducting a survey into stress in the workplace for CMG staff. The results have been analysed and working parties set up to tackle highlighted problems. And there were issues on every single site. Long Benton was affected. Certainly there were issues at Long Benton. There were serious issues at Cobalt. There were serious issues in all of the sites, without exception. On one site in particular, and it's significant today, a senior manager at Bishop Auckland was actually going around the staff and advising them that it would be a good idea to make a positive slant on their survey in order to help avoid the inevitable closure of the office. A lot of good that did them, because Bishop Auckland is top of the list of offices closing. Leading on to the office closures, it came as much of a shock to most of you PCS reps as it did to the rest of you. Office closures, office transfers, people moving from one place to another. Not everybody in this room is affected. Some staff will remain. Certain parts of the business are remaining in Long Benton. Certain parts of the business are moving elsewhere. The major people affected are Mr. Child Maintenance Group, moving to Timeview Park. A lot of questions which have been raised to the union about these moves concern car parking, the Long Benton half hour, will we lose it? And various other issues on the practicalities, time scale, that kind of thing. Those questions I have raised on your behalf with the Director of CFG, Tom McCormick. I have the advantage of sitting only a few desks away from him. He might consider that a great disadvantage. I've got a list of answers. I won't read you them out. They're on the report which I'll be distributing. On the good news, a fully funded leadership qualification at level 5 was launched this year, completely funded, free of charge to our members and to all staff, to all colleagues. This was a lot of hard work and negotiation by Kevin and myself. And Lisa Kiley at the back, who is our provider, if anybody wants to sign up, or if anyone knows anybody else who may be interested in signing up for this qualification, it's an internationally recognised level 5, which is the equivalent of a foundation degree qualification. Thanks to some negotiating by Kevin and myself, DWP, for the most part, have agreed the time off for staff to do this. Takes place over the course of a year. It requires 1 day off per month. Well, DWP have already told you can have 5 days as a minimum, so you only have to negotiate for the other 7. Generally speaking, that negotiation has been done for you. Most of the senior leaders at Long Benton have agreed for the staff to get the time to do that. If you want to do that, or you know someone that wants to do it, have a word with Lisa. She's here till the end of the meeting. Feel free to register your interest or register someone else's interest. I'm sure she'll contact them. If you need any help negotiating the time off, then please do come and see myself or Kevin. There's quite a long list of questions and answers from Tom McCormick. There is one that I would draw your attention to, and it's going back to the Long Benton half hour. And the reason I want to draw your attention to that one is because I suspect that it may affect the people who are staying as well. Because I think it's DWP's intention to remove the Long if they do that for the staff who are moving to Tynesview Park, you can guarantee that they will do that for the staff who are remaining. And the reason I'm saying that is because the answer that Tom gave was, we don't have any answer in the short term on this, but our HR colleagues have confirmed they're in early stages of engagement with government legal department. Well, I can only think of one reason why they would be contacting their lawyers, to find out if they can get away with shafting us. Okay, there's been a lot of changes in our branch over the last year. We had 3 co-opted members of our team: Lottie Devaney, June Featherstone, Fiona Alexanders. Sorry, 4. We also had, no, 5, don't count. We also had Nick Taylor and Mark Hales. Let me just say a couple of words about those people. First of all, Lottie and June, who went and did their training very early on, have shadowed a lot of personal cases and have been doing quite a lot of personal cases. They're even starting to do personal cases themselves. So I'm very grateful to them for their help, and it's good to have them on board. Fiona has been helping us in the office with admin and with some research for our cases. Mark Hales is a very experienced and qualified health and safety rep, and has been, I'm sure Keith will agree, a tremendous support and help for Keith. And Nick Taylor, who joined us as a rep, is also a very experienced and previously a branch officer, and I'm pleased to say from today is also a branch officer on this branch. So we're very glad to all of those people. On the sad side, we lost Steve Madison, who was one of our very good experienced reps who retired this year. So sorry to see Steve go. Very, very sorry to see Claire step down as our branch organiser. She's been an absolute godsend. She's really done a good job. The communication in this branch has improved so much since Claire took her position. So I'm sure you agree. I mean, you tell me, do you think the communication has improved since Claire's been on the scene? Do you get more emails? Do you get to know what's going on? So I'd like to wish Claire well. I hope that after a little break she might come back to the fore, and we've got a little something for her. Julie, can I ask you to come and present?
Oh, thanks, like you did. Really cool.
Yeah.
Everybody steal that.
Don't go away.
I'll stay in here.
Do you mind if I take some pictures, please?
Of course. Mick Thorburn, our branch chair, who was on the point of retiring again. And he's a bit like a boomerang, he keeps coming back. Mick has agreed to stay on again as our branch chair. Mick has done some 50 years of service in DWP, and a good 40 of those years have been as a union rep, a union official, national executive committee, national posts and local branch posts and group posts. We're very grateful to Mick for all his expertise and his help. and we'd like to offer him a little something as well. As a token of our appreciation, as the department couldn't be bothered to celebrate the fact that he's just completed 50 years.
Alright, cheers. I'm not going to give you a kiss, by the way.
Not I.
A trophy.
Right, I think that's it. I submit my branch secretary's report. You'll get a copy now. If you've got any questions, please feel free.
We'll just have like 2 or 3 minutes.